do that over here.
What?
Do that right here.
You got what right here?
You should do that right here.
I would. It's
They can't see you. All right. So horsey play time, everybody. Quick tip. Let me just. Oh, jeez. Drink here. Just come on over this way more. How about now? Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Jenny's rough with me. Okay. Okay. Quick tip, everybody: when you let your horses out and stuff, when you got your halter, don't just bunch it up and chuck it on the ground. You never know when you might need it, so you just give it a careful folding up, something loose, so that it's easy to separate out and use. A little tiny tip. To babysit it the whole time. Psh, whatever. Okay. It's a beautiful day today. Super beautiful day, for that matter. Got some sunny, warm weather, which you guys can see that I'm in a t-shirt. So we're just gonna plug a couple things in here. And let's see. Power, mostly. Okay, let's see. No more snow. Hang on, let me just go back over. Let's find a chair. Horses play around live. This is happening right now in the real world. So wherever you are on the planet, here in British Columbia, Maple Ridge, we currently have horses goofing off. All right, comments, questions. Let's just see while I stick around here. I'm talking to the internet.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, 5 good horses. Yes, we have 5 in the moment. They're looking good. Yep, they look pretty good.
I hope you didn't actually get me on there.
Absolutely.
No, you didn't.
I told you I was going to point the camera at you, so everybody knows you're mean to me.
No, I'm not mean to you.
Lena's your favorite. Everybody loves Lena.
Macaroni's the best.
I can hear music. Who's got music going? No, it sounds coming from up that way.
Probably Gordon.
Gordon. Our geriatric neighbors are rocking it out. Not likely. Good morning over there in Sydney. You haven't missed much. It just kind of came on. Yes, Gracie was rolling. Yes, it cracked. No more snow. We had snow. So I'm just rolling through the comments here, everybody. We had oh, look at Peggy. She's such a bad horse. She's always in the corner over there, playing with a fence. But I actually just this morning put a board up on the top of that. You can't. I mean, you might be able to sort of tell. There's a bit of lattice over there that we sort of use just in case some horse happens to go over there. They're not going to try to squeeze between the rocks and the arena. And they started chewing on the lattice. I was like, why are you chewing on the lattice? Don't chew on the lattice. So I put a board, a big 2x6 piece over there, so that Peggy would stop chewing on the lattice. And Luke was chewing on the lattice. So thank a lot, Peggy, for teaching bad habits. Just kidding. I don't know. The horses do that all the time. Anyhow, so that's what she's doing now. As for the snow, we did have snow. I think I got. Did I get any video of it? I don't know if I. It's like, oh no, it's another inch. It was an inch of snow, but by the end of the day, because we had this beautiful sun come out for the last couple of days, it gets quite warm, pretty warm, and so most of it again has gone away amazingly, and so we're not scheduled to have any more snow for a bit. We are scheduled to sort of warm up, and look at Luke. He's got to come in and get his girlfriend. He's like, hey Peggy, what's up? I'll just point this over this way. Let's see if I can zoom in without making it go really weird. Sort of, eh? Something like that. This tripod is just a little tripod. Oh, there they go. Lena says, get out of there, Luke. So yeah, so we hopefully won't have any more snow for a bit. Things will defrost, dry out, and I can finally... Poor Luke. He just wants to make... Oh, Roni told him where to go. This is good for them. Well, look at that. Luke says, I don't need any Arabians in this joint. Whatever that means. Oh, sorry. Let me just zoom it back out. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, hopefully no snow for a bit. It is very warm. I'm in a shirt. There's a tiny bit of wind. So if I sit around for long enough, I suspect I'll get a little chilly. But whatever. Drinking tea. It's all good. Oh, Teresa, what is happening over there? Thank you very kindly. You should come up and visit sometime. I have a feeling you'd really like it here. Gracie's your favorite? Oh man, people ask me what my favorite is sometimes. And I get, you know, a favorite for different things. Whoop. Gracie and Luke are... See, Luke is my favorite for riding for sure. And he just, when I ride him, I just fit. It just feels good. I feel very comfortable. He listens to almost everything I ask him to do. He doesn't freak out. He's never overly spooked. He's never bucked me off. He's never reared. You know, he's just a really good boy. So he feels good to be with for riding. I like his groundwork, but I actually like Lena's Liberty work better. And actually, I'd almost have to say that Macaroni's got a really, really nice sort of paying attention feel for Liberty work. If you guys caught the Liberty circle that I did a while back. Roni's just, he's amazing at it. He really pays attention. He's very sensitive. But I'm not a fan of riding him. I've ridden him sometimes, and it feels sort of jolty. I should probably work on that a heck of a lot more. But I haven't. And so I think probably this spring, summer, I'll get back to him as well. But Gracie's, she's a really smart horse. I really enjoy teaching her. So she'd be my favorite to teach, because the stuff that I teach her, she catches on really quick and is very interested in learning. She's not interested in staying scared. She's interested in figuring stuff out. Peggy's not mine, so I don't know if I could stick her into my favorites, but she's a very kind horse, very nice to be around. So there you go. There's my favorites. Lost the connection. Hopefully we don't lose the connection anymore. It should be good. How long is Peggy staying? Hi, Debbie. How long is Peggy staying with you if she is not your horse? You know, boarding is a very fluid thing. You know, you never know. You don't know if horses are going to stay a long time, stay a short time, and I would say Piggy's going to be here for a while. Her owner's very happy, as far as I'm aware. uh, and as such, I don't see Piggy leaving, other than for maybe the purposes of, you know, requiring other things. So a great example actually is pasture time. So some horses, some owners, and I agree with this. I think it's a great idea, but horses they just leave. They just go out for 200 acres of pasture time for a while. And I think that's a great thing. I don't have any problems with that. I think if any horse leaves here for that, they're better for it. So, you know, or if somebody's going to, say, more competitions or something like that, and they need a more controlled environment than, say, what we would be providing, then, you know, they might go. But so far, Piggy's doing really well. So, Sue says, do you go on DST? Yes, we go on daylight savings time tomorrow morning at 2 o'clock in the morning or something silly. Cruise ahead an hour. I like it. There's a meme going around that says daylight savings is like Christmas to horse owners because we get an extra hour in the evening instead of it going dark. But you know, since getting the arena out back there, with the lights and stuff like that, it's meant a little less. So if you sort of have that that covered area or lit area, even if in our outdoor arena we've got one light there, one light over there, and one there, so the outdoor arena is pretty lit up as well. The bigger bonus, I guess, overall is to say that it stays a little warmer later. So that's nice. Yes, here in British Columbia we are on daylight savings time. Carla says, I like Peggy. Yeah, a lot of people like Peggy. A lot of people like Peggy for her looks, for her attitude. She's a great horse to ride. If any of you are wondering what the horses are doing right now, they're literally just sort of sun tanning, kind of getting warm, having a little nappy nap. They've herded up. They're all facing the same direction, warming the same side at the same time, I guess. Which is a little bit unusual. There would be a lot of cases where you'd see some horses facing one way and other horses facing the other way, so they're sort of nose to tail. And especially in the summertime, they'll do that because it helps keep the flies off of the other horses. So one horse will switch its tail around and keep the flies off of the horse that is at their tail, and vice versa. So. What's Roni doing? It's exactly what Gracie's thinking. What do you want? As they slowly start to creep around. Okay, next question. What do we got? Mr. Unknown. Q1. Why some horses clip their horses? Is there a need for it if the horse works very hard? This is subjective. So I would say if a horse is working so hard that it's going to be sweating, and it's winter time, so they're going to grow their hair to protect themselves, to stay warm, and naturally so in the time of the year when there's less sun. Then you know, they'll sweat and they'll kind of stay wet, and they might get a chill, or people believe that horses get a chill or get cold when they're sweaty and they get put away sweaty. So if they're clipped, one, they're going to sweat less because they're not going to be retaining as much heat, and two, they dry off faster because they don't have as much hair. So is there a need? That's subjective. You'd have to go person to person to figure that out. We don't clip any of our horses here. We also don't generally work them hard enough to require that part of their care, I think. All of our horses here end up rolling around in the wet snow and the wet sand, and they get soaking wet, and they... So far, so good. So there's that. Carla loves Gracie. Ellen Oderson, New York Finger Lakes. Well, hello from British Columbia, Maple Ridge. I don't think I know where that is. New York Finger Lakes. I know where New York is, obviously. I've been there twice. I don't think it's that warm to be wearing a t-shirt. It is. It's toasty warm. I am actually feeling quite good just in a t-shirt. Brenda asks how we're doing. Doing great here, actually. Pretty busy. Off to the side here, Jen's chit-chatting with Springer's owner. They're talking about all kinds of stuff. which is one of the bonuses of boarding horses. You have visitors come by and get other people to talk about horse stuff with you. Springer is here. He's just getting brushed right now because he's Happy Lady says just joined a Springer in there in London. I have a whole pile of family in England actually. My mother's side. My grandparents are from Flitwick. Well, my mom's from there. I guess my grandparents would probably be from there. I've actually been to a place called Flitwick, tiny little town, I think. So, yeah, Springer's just getting a brushins because he's a furry monster. Oh, everybody's moving. They're on the go. So, yep, he's just getting some groomings. I look at snow and I cool down because of the heat we had here in Sydney. I'm disappointed there's no snow anymore. I'm going to show some, when I put together the next video, I've got a pile of little things that nothing's really coalesced into something that I thought everybody would really sort of care about, I guess you could say, or like it would make a good video. But I have a pile of really cool footage from the drone. We went out to a lake that was frozen, totally frozen over. So you'll see plenty of snow and ice in that footage. It's amazing. It was really, really, really neat. And I'll also have a 360 video out of that. So if you're into that kind of thing, I will of course let you guys know when that's out. So let's see, Trinidadiana, about to go through a car wash in Orlando. How amazing that I can watch you guys. You're in a car wash. That's hilarious. See, look at Roni. He's chewing on that fence too. What a bad horse. What am I gonna do? Everybody goes over to that corner, chew on the fence. If I had a snowball, I'd chuck it over there. I think I might have these guys run around in a bit of a pattern soon. Give them something to do, give me something to do. Okay, moving on. Going through a car wash. Oh boy. Whew. Piggy says, move it. Poor Gracie. But it's interesting. See, you can learn a lot if you watch what they do, and Peggy would have been giving her a whole bunch of signs to get cruising around, and she ignored them all till finally she had to make a move and kick. In other words, you don't want to be Gracie. Look at Peggy go. She says, get moving or I'll bite your butt. Grumpy. Next question. Let's see. Brenda says they're so beautiful. They are, aren't they? Horses are really beautiful. Good morning, David. Thank you for watching. I don't know why you're not here, buddy. This place is rocking today. Oh, you'd love to. Yeah, Teresa, yeah. You're not that far away. Not that far away. On the same continent compared to a lot of people here. Let's see. Gotta leave? All right. What's the temperature there? Oh, Maureen, thank you. Way too kind. Very, very kind. Very kind. So that's why Teresa got Teresa's a huge supporter, so that's why I did that super supporter video. I couldn't believe how often Teresa comes in, and I mean, a lot of you out there are really, really nice, really kind to offer so many compliments and encouragement, nice words, and you guys love the horses. Really value that for sure. Collected a group of people that love horses, it seems. So that's awesome. Where was I? Was temperature here? I don't know. Feels like 10 or something. Celsius, 10 to 15, somewhere in there, and sitting in the sun. It's toasty. I'm probably gonna get a burn. Susan's from Dallas, Texas. Beautiful day here. Looks like there. I bet it's a little warmer for you. Yeah, but you know, with no wind and just the sun, I could easily be in shorts and a t-shirt and feel just fine. So Susan says Luke is your favorite. He's a gentle gentleman. The one thing that I definitely love the most about Luke is that he's just this really cool ambassador for the place. Meaning that every time we bring in a horse, whether it's for boarding or training or just sort of horsey daycare, we always put Luke in first. And so when Luke is in there, he greets them, he sort of welcomes them. He doesn't have a big fight with them, but he doesn't try to, immediately force them around or anything or whatever. He just goes to meet them, and sometimes he plays. He's very, very playful horse, as you've seen him with Vinny. And so he's just a really good all-around horse. As you guys would probably know, is not. She'd kind of say hello, and then that would be that. Mares generally don't make great ambassadors. Geldings most of the time are. We don't exactly know why that is. I mean, you'd have to look at the ethology of horses, and meaning that, how do they do in their normal environments? How do they live their life normally without us interfering in their worlds like we are now? So you'd have to study that a heck of a lot more, of how the stallion herds go around, because there's no such thing as a gelding herd. So again, that's humans sort of stepping in, but why is it that geldings tend to be better? It's good thought. I'm reading a book right now that talks about a lot of the science about horses and horse behavior, training, ethology, behaviors, human responses, as we talked in another video about anthropomorphism. So these are all really big concepts that we need to understand to get even more refined in these guys. So, why do they do that? I don't know. Luke's just great, though. I love him for that. So, and he is a gentle gentleman. It's true. When he's with me, I mean, most of the time he just sort of chills out and is able to just hang around with me and be kind and nice and practically fall asleep. It's wonderful, wonderful. Susan says he's a gentle giant. Then we move on to Susan also says, do you and Jen have children? Yeah, we haven't made it a secret at all. We each have one daughter. So between the two of us, we have 2 daughters. We're a blended family. And you've probably seen the both of them. If you look back in our videos, when we just finished the arena, we were able to ride a little bit. Actually, we hadn't even finished the arena. The girls went in and rode around, and I flew the drone around them and got this really cool video. You'd have to look way back in the library of videos, but I did this really cool. I might bring it back out just so I can show you guys, but it was the first year we were here, and the girls were out riding. So those are them. They don't show up so often anymore, mainly because it's more of a personal life thing. But once in a while we do show them off and brag about how cool they are. So that's us. Buffalo, New York, the weather is great here, nice and sunny. That's good. It's about time things kind of got a little bit more bright and sunny and warm, and it feels good. And I don't know, I mean, you get your vitamin D, you're able to feel like you want to go outside and be outside. It's on a rainy drizzle. Look at all these guys sleeping. I mean, you get to end up sort of looking like them if you hang out long enough. Just start to have a nap. I'm a proponent of napping for sure. I think Zeus is napping up near the house. I mean, it probably looks like a still image now. These guys are moving so little, other than Luke, I guess. A little windy. Let's see. Mr. Unknown says, notice Peggy getting more bossy with Gracie. Now she is much nicer to her before. I think that Gracie's sort of, here and there she's either getting a little bit pushier maybe, and Peggy's just putting her back. But you can see that Peggy and Gracie are together for the most part. Luke and Lena are sort of cruising around together, and Macaroni's on his own. Oh, Lena's gonna have a lie down. Shoo. Poof. Boom. The shockwave. Just kidding. So they're good buddies. We're gonna actually put them together. I'll talk about it in a dedicated video for it, but we're gonna talk again about placing horses and why. And actually, the book that I'm reading is it also covers that topic of when we board horses or we own horses and we got to keep them, it's something to consider. You know, who makes a good stall mate or a paddock mate, or who makes a good neighbor. It's very important as we as humans manage that, you know, to reduce the stress as much as possible. Susan says, my grandparents were French Canadian. They were born in New Brunswick. That's cool. I've never been in New Brunswick. I haven't actually, I've been very little on the east side of North America other than New York. Toronto. Yeah, a couple of main cities, I guess. More of my traveling has been more around the world. A lot in Asia. Susan Joe says, are these all borders? Do any belong to you? Yeah. 4 of them belong to us. So, Lena, Macaroni, Luke, and Gracie are ours. We have 4 horses here. They're constant hay burners. This is Peggy, who's boarded here. We have Ruli, who is munching away, and Springer, who's getting a petting right now. He's not getting a brush, and the girls are chit-chatting away about some stuff. Oh man, I wish I knew how to say your name. I think it's Gwenelle. Sorry, I wish I could. Anyways, hello. Yes, it's great to hear from you. I look forward to hearing about your tech stuff that we were talking about a while back. Very, very cool tech that he's got going on. So I'm looking forward to finding time to get into that a little bit more as well. Yes, Luke is playful and adorable and an old soul. Last question. I've actually made it to the bottom of my list. That's amazing. Mr. Unknown, Q2. How to approach a horse to pat safely for a person who has no experience at all or haven't been around horses before? That's a real common question. So, drink my last bit of tea here and answer this question. Let's see. The thing about people who are new to horses is generally they have some misconceptions, even some horses that are, you know, more around, or people who are more around horses can still not quite get it right, I guess you could say. Not in a bad way. Let's move a little. And the misconceptions are that, you know, sometimes that they're safe or dangerous. You could be completely wrong about that as well. So let's make our way over this way with Macaroni. So, I'll put you guys here. Now, I'm going to hook up my microphone so I can walk over to Roni, and I need you guys to let me know if it's going to. Okay, chuck my microphone in my pocket. That. Just a second. Okay, hopefully it's gonna work here. Just a moment. Still. Okay, I'm gonna plug it in right now. Okay, let's see if you guys can hear me. Is my all good now? All works? Okay, I'm gonna rub the microphone. Let me know if it sounds like I'm rubbing a microphone. Or not. Does it sound like I'm sort of... No? Maybe not? Not. Okay, so it's still stuck on... Audio is good. But I mean, what I'm doing is is I'm rubbing, when I rub the microphone, it should transfer. Let me make sure this is working. There. You should hear a scratchy scratch sound. Do you hear a scratchy scratch sound? No scratchy scratch sound? Oh. Okay, so I guess it can't change the audio. So we shall have to not use that. Okay, so now we know. This has just been a test that YouTube does not change the audio halfway through a stream. So the next time that I do this, I will make sure I hook up the microphone in case I ever want to walk away. So let me just shut off the microphones and we'll walk over to Roni and have a chat over there. Okay, no problem. Okay, let's talk about oh, he's gonna leave me. Don't leave me, Roni. Let's take you guys up and over. And for some better lighting, let's flip it this way. There. Okay, let's talk about petting a horse. Then, I've done a video about this, but we'll do another one. Hey, buddy. Okay, so I try to keep him with me so we don't lose him. You know, for new people getting into horses, or new people being around horses, hopefully you have somebody around you that can guide you in petting the horse that you want to pet. Many horses are very friendly, but you don't really know exactly what their life has been. You don't know if they're head shy, averse to things that they might not be prepared for. You know, putting my hand just on top of his head doesn't for him. But Lena's fine, Luke's fine, Gracie's a little iffy. But if I were to pet him along his withers and work my way up to his head, then it's no problem because I've prepared him. So I would say the most important thing that it comes down to when, see, now he's kind of asking for it. What do you think, Roni? Where should I scratch you? The best sort of piece of advice that I would give for people who are brand new or people who are trying to introduce brand new people is make sure that you sort of prepare them. And see, now that's draw. So he's drawn him, he's come over to me to give him some rubs. And somebody said, do horses like to be pet? You know, and I think that there's maybe. Okay, no problem on top of his head now, because I prepared him for it. So I prepared him that I'm just going to touch him. That's what makes him a great example for this question. Don't go anywhere. Stick with me. Look at these muscles. So, you know, new to horses, a lot of people will just come in. So the example that I was showing there is if I put my hand on top of his head, just on top of his head, it bothers him. So he's not prepared for what he's getting. Or what I'm giving. And it's pressure, and it's uncomfortable. But if I were to prepare him better by just rubbing and telling him it's okay, and then I sort of make my way up here, he's probably going to be just fine. So I think more than anything, you know, when you go to approach a horse, you want to check and see if they're ready, if they're okay. You know, you go to pet him, is he okay? He's fine. Does it bother him? Yeah, his head's coming up a little. But if I slowly made my way back, he'd care a little less. He'd be ready for me to be going back there, right? So that comes with the idea that horses kick people. Most of the time, they've just approached them from behind too quickly, and the horse is, what is that? So just even these little things, you know, I come up here and he'll probably be averse to this. It's not abnormal. I'd rather it not be, and I still have some draw. Hey, buddy, come here. Come here. I know. You get so worried sometimes. But there was a question of whether or not horses like to be pet. I'm kind of on the fence, but I do see positives for what you can offer while petting. So I think sometimes you just tolerate me a lot. Let's go say hi to Lena. Oh, good. YouTube's still running. Yay. Let's see. As long as Rooney doesn't come over and play with the camera, which he looks like he's going the other way. Okay, I'm just going to make my way around Lena. I really hope I don't bother her too much. So let's give her some pesky pettings while she's lying down. Hi, Lena. Hi. What are you doing? When you scratch the inside of the ears, make sure to put them downwards a bit so that the stuff that comes out goes into your hand. Yeah, it was a big girl. Yeah, prepare her for me coming around by keeping my hand on her. Oh, she's gonna roll on me. Don't get rolled on. Oh. Ah. She's too furry to do that too much too. Ugh. Do you think I could get her to lie down? It is a privilege to be able to do this. Do horses like to be pet? I think so. Too furry. So, That's Lena. It's nice to be around. Roni's looking on. Oh, Piggy's lying down. Should we go see if we can pet her? Let's go see if we can pet her. Hey, Roni. What's up, buddy? Bye-bye. There's Piggy. She looks a little more nervous. Okay, let's see what happens here. This far. Whew. That's cool. I'm just covered in 2 pounds of fur. That's all. Well, that went well. See, horses are cool. Okay, any questions? Let's see. No scratchy scratch. Skipping out when you move the camera around? God, it's so frustrating. Okay, good question, Angie. Hi, Roni, what's up, man? He's literally right next to me, probably wondering what's going on. What are you doing? Well, Roni, why don't you lie down and we can pet you too? He says it's not my turn. Hi, buddy. What do you want? Let's talk about tree, but at the same time, it's actually quite a dangerous place to be. But I can get a pretty good idea that everything's fine. Lena's flat out. Again, everything's fine. But I definitely don't, look at her. Don't trust horses 100% ever. That's a good way to get hurt. In fact, it's an excellent way to get hurt. It's a reliable way to get hurt. You'll 100% get hurt if you 100% trust a horse. Right, buddy? Why don't you down? Have a sleepy sleep. Can you guys see his lip? I mean, he's so... he's probably going to come towards me. But... Roni, no. Just... There. No! Good God. Okay, stay. No. That's not it. Yeah. No. Not cooperating very well. Too much draw. I have too much draw. So, what can you do? But on the other side, you know, do you 100% trust a horse to not bite or hurt me? I'd say I'm 99% of the way there. But you just never know about the times that you just have put too much pressure on them yourself. What's with that, right? I don't think he would ever bite me. I don't think Luke would ever bite me. I mean, outside of playing. And Lena definitely wouldn't. Would Gracie? That's hard to say yet, but you know, for the most part, no, I don't. I trust that they would. And he's already asked me twice to stop, so I'm gonna stop. One more time. Okay, moving on. Good question. Excellent question. Okay, you guys can stare at Roni for now. And Peggy. Roni and Peggy. There, we got Peggy down at the bottom. Okay, next question. Try a nose massage with Lena. Don't be shy to put your fingers into her nose. Ha ha, very funny. It's true, yeah, I agree. You should be able to put your fingers inside of a horse's nose. They should tolerate it. I mean, don't be a pest and be a jerk about it and stuff like that. Well, hey, no, what? Okay, there you go. There's your horse for the day. One horse nose it is. It's a good looking boy. Luke's coughing for some reason. I think he's eating too much snow, to be honest. Roni, don't play with the camera. Okay, moving on. What a great horse is Lena. Yeah, she's great. I love her. Roni, look, man. You can't do that. Well, stop hitting the... What do you think he wants? I mean, I'm down behind the camera. Down low. Sue, can you come over and groom her? Yeah, come on over. Make sure to wear something that is non-sticky for hair. There. He's right next to the camera. I'm not moving. There's your horse muzzle for the day. Hope you enjoy it. Why? Why, Roni? See, now you guys can start to like him a little. He's fun. Good grief. Okay, moving on. This should be the thumbnail for this live video. Brenda says she's so very sweet and fat. Yeah. Okay, Diana says, oh, I love them all and you're so blessed. I wish I had just one to love and care for. Oh, she loves her back. Yes, rubbed. She loves her back rubbed. It's true. They all kind of do. They all do. Piggy's asleep now. Look, she's got her nose crunched into the ground. I don't know if you can see that. Let me zoom in a little. And then down. Look at her. That's a tired horse. Oh, she woke up. She woke up. Peggy. How adorable. Okay, moving on. Sue says she misses having a horse. Need to find someone in my area that will play with their horse. Roni. Good. No, there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that if I had to get out of horses for some reason and then... Honestly, man. No. Okay. He's right here. He's right here. See? I would miss it too. Yeah. It would make me sad to not be around horses. So. Such a beautiful day today. It's amazing. Gracie's chilling out, so that's good as well. Not lying down though. Diana says they love you. They're all sunbathing and like the rubbing, and they do, yeah. I mean, especially if you're really kind of peaceful and quiet, and it's a nice peaceful day. Luke's gonna lie down soon. He's a cool horse. I can lie right on top of him. We horse people are truly blessed. It's true, you know. Horses are just such nice creatures to be around. They're very peaceful, very kind. You know, if they're treated well. I'm just gonna move back a little because he's really crowding me. So I'm actually teaching him to sort of follow me around too. If you think about that, see? Now I'm going to yield from him. I might end up drawing him. And I'll back up a little more. And I'll just stay just a little out. And he might think he needs to come along. But I'm teaching him something. The video went out again? It's working here. Boy, I'm still back on comments with me sitting with Peggy. Boy, I better catch up. You never get over your love of horses. I hope so. I think some people who are with horses don't sort of get that. It's more of a business transaction. But you'd hope not. There's Luke. He's come to join the crowd. I had a quarter horse, but our neighbors let him out to the alfalfa field while I was gone working. 8 hours of him feeding. Oh, jeez. Well, horse was happy. Luke's got an itch. If you take this video with a smartphone, try to find one with an external antenna adapter and put a good Wi-Fi antenna on your setup. I actually have an amazing Wi-Fi setup here, but you have to keep in mind that my Wi-Fi is currently 300 feet away. Oh, these two. Look at them. Oh, I woke up Lena. So it does work quite well, but it really depends if I have a straight line going to the house as well. So something to think about. I'm definitely always working at it, and I didn't know that you could put an external receiver of Wi-Fi onto a smartphone. I'll look at that. So we'll see if I can do that. Diana says, I think I'm ready now to find my new baby. It took time. I love my horse. That's great. I mean, it's wonderful to think that you want to go get your own horse and take the steps. You know, I always just caution people, be careful, be aware, make sure you just don't rush into something. Go with something that gives you a good feel. Something that has draw, something that's calm. We talked about what happens when you get a new horse. Okay, now that I'm walking around, I think I'll put the legs back down. So the boys are playing right next to Lena. How do you think she feels about that? Will they be careful enough to not step on her? I hope so. It's certainly nice to see Roni playing again. Alright, let's get a still shot here a bit better. The more I move, the more work everything has to do. The camera, the data transfer over Wi-Fi. So, okay, next question. It's a nice day today. If a horse is mouthy, do not give treats by hand. If a horse is mouthy, you have a different problem. It's about giving treats by hand. Is that you have a horse that thinks that it has the option to tell you what to do. Luke, take off, man. I don't want anything to do with you. Go away. Just want to watch you guys. Yeah, horses being mouthy have nothing to do with treats. They have to do with them thinking that they can do... I mean, essentially what's happening here, these are mouthy horses. Why? Well, they're playing. But they also think that they can make the other one move around and do things. Oh, Piggy's rolling. She's up. Shake, shake, shake. So definitely not a treats problem, but I mean, giving treats, the pattern of giving treats can be problematic. So I'm not going to say that don't give treats. I'm saying that maybe the way that treats are given are encouraging the horse to be mouthy. So a whole topic all in itself. Let's see. Does the horse sit in the blanket go into the arena to play? Ruli, who is not blanketed at the moment because it's too beautiful of a day, she is up there, as you can see, talking to Springer. She needs a bit of rest at the moment, so she's not in play mode, but she does come into the arena. Absolutely, she comes in for exercise and rolling and all that kind of good stuff. Hang on, let me just there. Okay. Out again. She's having herself a good nap. Obviously feels safe. Oh, her mouth is moving. She's having a dream. I don't know if we'll be able to tell. I'll zoom in a little. Watch her mouth. Oh, she's waking up. Moving on. Let's see. Roni just wanted to explore his world in your camera. Roni's a very curious creature, and it's true. Actually, a lot of horses, when you go to bring a camera around, they're very, very curious. A lot of times you'll see me do my camera work, and the horses will be playing with it and getting their nose on it and breathing on it and telling them to go away. There was one I did, if you look it up, if you're interested, I did one where I talk about how to find a good horse trainer. And I did the talk in the arena, which may or may not have been some form of mistake because I was so distracted by the amount of pestering that the horses did to me, that it either made my point or broke my point somewhere because it was so distracting. But anyways, it's called How to Find a Good Horse Trainer. It was a super funny video where the horses just kept hassling the camera. So yes, he does just want to explore the world in the camera. Lena's a draft, not fat. I don't know, Carla. She's a little chubby. She could be. She is draft. Am I in BC? Louise? Yeah, we're in BC, Maple Ridge. It's a city that's just slightly east of Vancouver. Whoops, sorry, hang on. And about 45 minutes or so out of Vancouver. And beautiful place, obviously, as you can see. So, I says, I love your videos. Thanks. I don't know what your second word is there, but oh, it's probably beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this. You're welcome, Diane. Irene says, I love you. Thank you. Diane says, I wish I had a place like yours. Well, you know, it's a lot of hard work. We spent a lot of time working on this place, getting it to where I think it feels good and looks good and is functional. Oh, see, Lena's nodding. Lena agrees. Yeah, it's awesome. But thank you. Yeah, and it's a work in progress. We're still working at it. Links, I guess. It's the best thing to brush horses in the spring. I once spent 2 hours brushing a friend's horse and got a whole wheelbarrow full of horsehair out of him, and his coat wasn't even that furry. Yeah, we don't know where it comes from either. You know, you go to brush these things and then suddenly you've got a whole wheelbarrow of hair that the horse doesn't even look any different. What happened there? Why are you so furry? And where does it all come from? So, go bug Lena again? I feel like I want to go bug Lena again. Oh, all right. Well, you go pet her. Go on. Okay, we're gonna send Jen in. We'll see if she just go up slow and come down lower. Control her shoulder more, or her face. Now I'm just in the way. So, yeah, there you go. This is how kind she is. So sometimes when we have people that come around during the summertime and stuff, they lie down a lot in the summer, and they'll say, hey, come pet the horses while they're lying down, and this is what they turn into. Well, there you go. Look at that.
She wants to sleep.
She wants to sleep. Lena's so relaxed sunbathing, she certainly is. You might have answered this already. When the Wi-Fi went out, can do owners demand, for lack of a better word, that their horses always have a stable mate, or is that left up to you? The people that come here generally leave it up to us as to what is done, but we consult and talk to and communicate a lot with the people who have their horses here to let them know what we're doing and why we're doing. Pretty soon they just sort of say, that's cool, and then it's all good. And those that don't, you know, do their own thing somewhere else. Lori B2851, hey, catching you live. Thanks for catching us live. Hope you do more of these videos. I plan to. I love videos like this. I'm going to be out here anyways. I might as well, you know, show you what it's like to be here. This is our life. This is what it looks like on nice sunny days. Coming out of the arena with these guys. Playing, goofing off, petting them, hanging around with them, lying down with them.
Macaroni.
Poor Lena. Okay, moving on. Lena's hooves look good. Yep, they look great. Her hooves are tip-top. They're just really strong, big, functional hooves. Luke is fun to watch. He is. Dave says hi. Sue says hi, Jen.
Hi, Sue. What?
That's good.
Why do you're making a funny smile?
Well, what about Dave?
Oh, I didn't know Dave said hi too.
Yeah, there you go.
Hi, Dave. Is Dave the one with the dog that we want to meet?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I want to meet the dog.
Pike.
Bring Pike.
Well, you can see his footsteps over in the arena.
Oh, he brought him. You
Little
didn't take
tiny,
a picture?
little tiny footsteps. Oh, Lena's getting up. Roar!
Now she's...
How really cool it is. Do you have ticks, parasites, small arachnids, spiders in your region? So we do. We haven't had to experience them here, so we're kind of lucky. It's my understanding that we do, but they're kind of rare. Okay, let's come over this way. Something like that. Okay, moving on. That's a good question. Yeah, I mean the bigger problem that you get is lice. Lice is a real pain in the butt to get rid of. Jane. Janie's still got a cough. Little bit, not much. You love our life here. We do too. Thank you. You love the videos. Thanks, Sue. We're glad you're here. You know, I'm really glad you're able to sort of experience our horses because you don't have yours right now, and all the lovely comments you put up. Do people ever go to see them in person? The horses here? Oh yeah, we get visitors all the time. So the video stopped mid Lena's shake. Such a nice day for this video. It is a beautiful day. Lena's in direct path of the Wi-Fi signal. It's true. The Wi-Fi is actually just up in that window there. Oops. And it's very powerful. I mean, it will reach all the way down into the back arena quite well because there's a direct line of sight from there, from that window up there to wherever we are. So it works out pretty well. You're so lucky to have them there. It's so awesome. It's true. Lena is voluptuous, not fat. Yeah, sure. Yeah, a little more horsey time. What? It's nice, right?
It's beautiful.
Beautiful day.
Yeah. The whole face is the same way.
Beautiful day. Kimmy says it looks like a beautiful day there. Absolutely. Diana says, so yes on the videos once per week. Live streams are actually probably going to happen 2 to 3 times a week because They're very popular, and it's really cool to be able to share the information and have questions kind of come up that can answer sort of in the moment as I'm talking, and it creates a real variable conversation. You know, it might not be something that I've just determined to be what I want to talk about. It'll have some variance to it, which is really cool. Let's see. Next question. Let's see. How many horses can you accommodate? If we had to, I suspect we'd probably be able to get 11. I think. What do you think?
10 or 11, yep.
10 or 11 if we had to. But it's a lot. It's a lot for the land, and I wouldn't, and humans, yeah. I wouldn't say it's the most sustainable thing to do, so I probably wouldn't do it.
It's looking at the puddle.
Yeah.
Drinking.
Looks.
Drinking the puddle.
Drinking the puddle a little bit, even though there's a perfectly good water bucket there. So yeah, 10 or 11, but I'd say we would like our maximum 8 or 9. Wasn't it just yesterday you had heavy snow coming down? Yes, we did actually. We had some snow over the last couple days, but it just gets warm during the day enough so that the snow melts away, and then we're left with beautiful sun and horses that lick up the... I don't know why they do that. There's a whole bucket of water over there. Same thing in them drinking out of the barrels. So, anything you want to talk about is fine, thanks. It could be nice for the horses to have access to part of the forest. Horses clean up a forest very quickly, by the way. Yes, it's true. We have done that. And a forest is more fun than a paddock. Yes, it is. We've done that to that area there. We had this foresty area all in here, and the problem was that rain, when it rains a lot here, it would get really mucky and muddy, and it would be very difficult to clean, and it would take a lot of time because we don't leave the horse poop all over the place. It makes for a very poor environment for them to live in, especially for their feet. So I don't know what is happening here. What are these guys doing? Lena's like, hey, what are you guys drinking? The boys are like, hey, puddles.
Yep.
So
Gonna do too.
that's interesting. Let's take a closer look. If they'll let me. They might kind of get a little worried that we're coming up. So I'll come up slow. Little tiny steps. Looking for minerals. Maybe. Yeah. The horses will eat the clay around here a little bit. So. Oh well. I don't know. So anyways, yeah, back to the forest thing. But we do have
Don't follow me.
okay.
Get out of this yard.
So this forest here, we do
Sorry.
we do have plans to figure out what to do with that part. There's that paddock over there, but right now, or sorry, those two paddocks there, but that paddock there, the forest in there, the shelter in there is starting to list a little bit. So I've started to think about what I either need to fix the shelter and figure out that paddock a little bit, or
Not right now.
or figure out like making some kind of area throughout here. But again, the biggest problem is that it turns to mud and muck. So then what do? Gravel the whole thing, and then you've got a graveled forest, and it's like, well, that's a lot of gravel. So still trying to think about it. And then we do have idea is to expand that section over there, and then behind this area here, there's an area back there that we can start to work on a little bit. And then, of course, behind the new arena, there's a pathway back there that leads into our forest trails. So your comments are totally applicable. We think about it all the time as well, and just trying to figure it out. Time, energy, you know, how many people we have to help out, stuff like that. So, let's see. Sometimes we put out assaults for the horses, depending on their acting. This, you know, what they're doing now can sometimes indicate that they might need some salt and stuff. Sometimes we'll put it in some basic grain like alfalfa, a little bit of beet pulp maybe or something like that, and we'll chuck in a tablespoon of salt daily, you know, depending on. Luke's busy, eh? I'd love to buy a calendar from your place there. Ooh, that's been suggested a couple of times to us, because we take a lot of pictures as well and post them up on Instagram or Facebook, sometimes here up on YouTube. And because I do a lot of drone shots and photography of the horses as well, it has been suggested. It's a great idea. The problem that we really have is printing and distribution of it, shipping and stuff like that. But I really appreciate that. We might make it like an online one that you can take to a print shop and print out maybe. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Okay, let's come over this way a bit. A little bit more. We should probably have some lunch.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have lunch soon.
Me.
Yeah, great idea though. I like it too. Thanks for the suggestion. We're thinking on it. We're trying to figure it out. When I lived in the Yukon, a lady collected owners' dogs' clips and carded it and then knit it into toques and mittens and scarves for the owners. Dog hair? Wow. Any knitters in your family? No. Nope. No knitters. Carla says dead battery, gotta go. Yeah, me too soon, I think. Yeah, I think we'd probably be able to create something out of Lena. See, now Gracie's licking up the water.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Maybe it is a little salty and it helps him out. Questions. Love to see your place every day on the calendars. Thank you. Really appreciate that. It is beautiful. It's much more beautiful here in the summertime, I'll tell you that. So, I mean, I'm constantly, you know, thinking about these kinds of things because I'm always taking pictures. I'm always wandering around.
Some of the really white winter shots are amazing.
Yes.
I don't know if it's better than something.
That's true. What is the best website you saw about horsemanship? Not only the education, but also all the stuff around. I don't have one to suggest because I don't really look around much. The site, I guess, ends up being Facebook, and the reason is because there are a lot of groups on there, and I'd say you're on it. Ah, thanks, buddy. The groups in Facebook, you can subscribe to lots of different groups, and you can learn a heck of a lot because there's a lot of discussion that sort of happens. Let's see if Gracie makes it over. So far she's a $400 horse.
Being generous.
She just can't make it. And so I don't tend to look around much myself. I'm usually just creating rather than consuming. I'll more read the books that are coming out from some of the scientists out there about horse stuff. Or
This side.
now she's got to do the other side. Nope, she can't make it over. She keeps going the wrong way. Oh, Lena's drinking again. It's going down again. As for books, check out the book review playlist. I've got a book review playlist that I have book suggestions. So that's the first place I'd start to suggest. But websites is hard. You know, people don't maintain websites much anymore. It really comes down to a lot of people just gravitating towards Facebook, to the groups, to, you know, things that you're actually interested in, rather than, you know, seeing about that you're not interested in. I definitely appreciate the vote of confidence that he's on the right site. We do try to cover a lot of material. But again, I mean, if you're interested in just foot stuff or just confirmation stuff or good training stuff or something, the groups are really good. Let's see. All seasons on the calendar would be awesome. It's true. Kimmy says, speaking of your dog is adorable. How old is he? Zeus is 12, I think.
I think so. Yeah,
We think he's 12.
Yep, in September. 12.
Turned 12 in September. He is adorable. Thank you very much. Getting older though, so he rests a little bit more here and there.
Suntanning right now.
Yeah, he's suntanning at the moment. All right, a couple more questions maybe, and we're gonna go get some lunch. Just joining the live stream, some surface questions off topic. What type of electric wire do you use for Baco fence? Electric wire doesn't matter, you can use anything you want. It's really player's preference, I guess you could say. So we have two different types here. One is a thicker one, one's a thinner one. It doesn't matter, in my opinion. I could be wrong, so it's just an opinion. But most wire is the same. It's just a vinyl or plastic wire with a metal wire woven into it, and that's what travels the current around. So you could use anything you want. I don't think it really matters. Good question though, and there's nothing specific for the Baco fence. If you're wondering about that, the Baco fence is just it's the same thing that would be for anything. I would probably, if I was going to suggest anything, I would say to use a different color. So yellow or orange or red or something. Don't use white, or you might sort of miss it. And you also wouldn't be able to sort of point out, hey, don't touch white wire, you know, kind of thing. Do you think you can be too old to start horseback riding lessons? Says over 50 too old. Lena. Always playing with the bridge. No, 50 is not too old at all. Not at all. There's many people who get into it. So no, absolutely not. Do not consider your age a restriction. Consider your health and physical ability to do such a thing more the limitation than age. If that makes any sense. If you never have before. Yeah, even if you never have before. Oh, Luke's rolling. He's down. Let's see if he makes it over. Nope. He's just as cheap as Gracie. Whoa.
Noisy.
As for, you know, horseback riding, if you never have, I would just say, you know, I'd just continue to say, be safe. Be safe, slow. There's no rush to get into it. Try not to go to a teacher that says you need to walk, trot, canter, stuff like that. Be really good at getting your walk solid and comfortable. The more nervous you are, the slower it's gonna go. You won't let her drink? Is that what it is?
No, she was having a nap and he went over and just bit her cheek.
Oh.
Gracie says, I'll get revenge for you.
Yeah, right. I like how Luke's teaching Gracie a little bit right now. It's important. It's important.
Yay!
Well, Macaroni always makes it over. He's our $10,000 horse.
Mr. Muscles.
There he goes. Gracie could learn a thing or two. Shake, shake, shake. All right, moving on. Oh, geez, Dave, thanks, buddy. Lunch at Timmy's, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Dave gave us $5.
Aw.
Yeah, you better over here and come hang out with us.
Yeah, I'm bringing Pike.
Bring Pike. Oh, no.
Oh.
No, I don't want you guys anywhere near me. Luke's come in for a sniff. Get off.
Gracie's trying to roll now. She's trying to learn from macaroni.
Oh, Gracie's rolling.
Oh, you did it. Maybe I can.
Hey, pal.
I think I'm over here.
Luke, stop chewing on the board.
Nina's coming too.
Nina's coming too. We got a crowd.
Yeah. It's a party over here.
There's Lena.
Ooh,
Gracie's going nuts.
Around back there.
Okay, it's a party now, guys. It's a party. It's officially a party.
Nina thinks she has to line up.
See, this is...
Single file.
Oh, jeez. Okay, let's get chased around by the horses a little. No, what we're doing is we're yielding to them, and they're thinking maybe they should come hang out. Oh, jeez, here comes trouble. Here comes trouble. Nope. All right, back to a couple more. Boy, you know, the questions don't stop coming in. It's really nice. You guys are very curious. Your recommendation about care and rehab of the equine foot is excellent, by the way. Yep, it is.
A bunch of puddle drinkers right now. She's loud with her lips. Eh? It's interesting.
What are they doing? Okay, moving on. You're welcome. Will Baco cut tendons? No, I don't believe that Baco wiring will cut the tendons. We've had horses pull on it and pull on it, and it snaps before, like the wire itself snaps before it really does much to the horses. All right, what's up, buddy? Well, stop bumping your own nose, pal. I'm just standing here. So no, it can give sort of a rope burn for sure. Horseback riding is therapy. It is. It's true. Bye, guys. Have a great lunch. Thanks, Kimmy. We're trying to go. Hope you find a new horse day. Yeah, me too. Let us know how that goes. Where's lunch? Yeah, it's true. Well, our horses don't get meals per se. They constantly have food. So, you know, they've been out here for, I'd say, an hour. How long have they been out? Well, as long as we've been out here, so an hour and a half. So they might be thinking they'd like to wander on back and get some food and scratches. Question, do horses like to get scratches or rubs or pets? The answer is mostly yes. Boo, Lena. No. I don't want to rub you. I don't want to be furry. Okay, thank you so much. You're welcome, Steph. Do more live streams? We will. We will. It's nice. It's nice to be out here and share this with everybody. So, okay, I think we're gonna call it at that. We appreciate all you guys coming in to check us out. Check out our horses, chit chat, ask questions, enjoy. I'm getting surrounded. Hi, Luke. Did you just lock Gracie out of coming over here? Get off. Don't touch. Lena, what can I help you with? Where's Roni? He's over there. Where's over there? Luke's right. Stop touching. Be careful of your horses touching your stuff. Your stuff is an extension of you. So, you have to be very careful about that. Come forward. See, Luke is my spoiled brat. I tell people this all the time. He is the one horse that will listen to what I ask for, but at the same time, doesn't wait like this nice horse. and be patient. Roni, you're a little pushy too, man. Pretty brave for a horse that can't handle a hand on your head very well. And Peggy's right here too, but just eating snow. Okay, definitely lunchtime. Oh, horse riding lessons. If you never have, oh, I thought I did. Did you miss the answer? I did answer the question about whether or not it's too late to start horse riding lessons. If you missed it, the answer is no. It's never too late, age-wise. I cautioned to make sure that physically you're capable of riding. It's not an age thing. It's definitely more of a health and fitness thing. No, absolutely. I highly encourage people of all ages, children, adults, whatever, you want to get into horses, I definitely do so. What I did sort of also stress was that it would be ill-advised to have somebody bring you around horses that considers whether or not you can walk, trot, or canter kind of thing, instead of, you know, just considering being around them, being able to lead them, do groundwork. Lena, you know, I don't know how much further down the arena I got to go to get away from you guys. So, you know, because there's a lot of schools out there that say, okay, we're going to do walk and then trot and then canter. It's not, it shouldn't be the goal. The goal should be having confidence and control. And if that happens at a walk for a whole year or something like that, that's just fine. Get really good balance, get good with the horse, get the horse good with you. Take your time. It's not a rush thing, especially if you're getting into new. Does that answer your question? Hopefully it does. So let me know. You don't want me to teach those lessons? I do teach lessons here, and I appreciate that. Thank you. So I'll teach, but you know, there's a lot of people that aren't interested in what I teach because they want to just do that walk, trot, canter thing. And in fact, some people find it relatively boring to do the stuff that the horsemanship stuff. Yes, I know Lena's she just wants to be scritchy scratch, but I'm furry enough right now. Yeah, that's Draw. It is true Draw. Here comes Roni. He's come in as well. It's Draw. She'd like to be closer. She's a little bit sleepy. Me chitty-chatting and talking and hanging out here is nice for her. She can use this as a guide, so whether or not there's trouble. So, yeah, it's true. No, kids say it, adults say it. It doesn't matter the age. People do groundwork or whatever, and they just say, "Oh, it's boring. I want to ride. I just want to ride." Lena, now you're getting a little too brave. See, I keep yielding. So I'm teaching them something. I'm teaching them it's okay to infringe on my space, right? And the only reason I'm doing this is because I know I can fix it. But you're in good shape? Excellent. That's really good. You know, and I only say that because I do see quite a few people that aren't ready to ride yet. They could use some more balancing practice. They could use a little bit more core practice to make sure that they are safe. It is just about so that you don't fall off, because horses are very fast. It keeps cutting out. Gosh, that sucks. Okay, lunchtime, definitely. I'm going to make my way around these guys. Trail riding is relaxing. I love trail riding. I really do. So we'll be doing more of that. Definitely videos of that. Talking about that. All kinds of stuff. Horses are fun. Okay, thanks everybody for coming in. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, sleep, whatever's going on in your life right now. We're getting lunch and then we're coming back to this. What you're looking at. More horsey stuff. So, Irene, if you want to see riding, I've got piles of riding videos in the playlist. Trail riding, I think. So, lots of stuff. Anyways, you guys are welcome. David, we'll see you soon, buddy. Should should be around tomorrow. All right. I'm going to shut her down in 10 seconds. So thanks everybody for coming in. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. I love the questions. And I'm glad I can share. I really am. I'm glad I can share these guys, share some information, share some ideas, because we definitely do get emails that, you know, people will say, oh, I've been encouraged to try it again, give it another go, or get into it brand new. And that's really cool. So the more people we introduce to horses, the happier. It's awesome. Okay guys, we'll see you again tomorrow. Oh yeah, we're doing a live stream tomorrow. I'm not sure entirely of the time. I have a feeling it'll be early afternoon. It'll be a training thing. So lots of fun. So maybe we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hug Gracie for you? Absolutely. Okay, bye everybody.